today what I'm going to do is I'm going to rebatch my avocado oil soap because I had the same problems with the baby soap, and it's very dry on the skin. A couple of people have told me that it was too dry. So I'm going to add more oil to it, and I'm going to add some aloe vera extract, which is what I didn't use the first time but when I made it, but I'm going to try it this time. And the first time I rebatched, I used the Ziploc bag method, and I kind of burnt my hands trying to smoosh the bag all up. So I'm going to use the double boiler method this time. And I just have a plain glass bowl, and I have a mason jar lid that I'm going to put in the bottom, and I'm going to fill it with about 1.5 inches of water, and then put this in, and then my grated soap's going to go into here, and it's going to melt. So now I just have to grate up what's left of these bars of soap, and I'm going to use, I could use this grater, but I'm going to use this one because it's got smaller holes, and the more finely it's grated up, the faster it will melt down. Okay, get started. Just going to grate it up. So I needed a bigger bowl after I grated it all up, and that's how finely it's grated. It's pretty good. And of course I needed a much bigger pot for that bowl. Still have my mason jar lid in there. About 2 inches of water in that one. And I'm just going to add about 1/4 of a cup of water. Now I'm not adding quite a bit, but that's because this was hot process and it cooked for a long time and it was very dried out. So I'm going to need a little bit of extra water to get it melted. And then I just set it in there on top of the mason jar lid. Ta-da! Okay, and then I'm just going to wait and mix it occasionally. Let the water come to like a slow simmer, and then turn it down. Try not to get it any more than a simmer. We don't want it to boil over. Okay, and I will show you what it looks like. It's just in there now. Hello. I just wanted to show you. It's starting to melt a bit now. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, I'm just stirring it with a stainless steel spoon. See that? But I added extra water to it too because I was worried about, whoops, there we go. I was worried about it not being enough water to fully melt it, but it seems to be melting quite well. I'm happy with that. A little bit longer. Okay, so it's really starting to look good now, which is good. There we are. Pretty gloppy, actually. Just about time to add the oils to it and put it in my molds. Now I'm just using these little square ones, and this I got with beads in it at Michael's, and I like it because I'm going to cut it into 2 little bars that I'm going to use for my facial bars, because I really like this soap to use on my face because I like the ingredients and they work really well. So I'm just going to put some olive oil in them and then I'm going to add the oils to my mixture and glop it in here as easily as I can, and I'll try and show you that as well. Okay, it's definitely looking like mashed potatoes now. Definitely looks like mashed potatoes, and that's what you want, like you would see at the end of if you were making hot process soap, mashed potato-y type of look. They're whipped potatoes, so it's lost a lot of its translucency, and you can't see any like little pieces left in it anymore. Yeah, so that's good. So I'm gonna get my oils ready to go and add them in. Okay, so we're at the end, and just like Murphy's Law, I start to run out of battery power and memory card power. But I was prepared this time. New memory card, new batteries, so I'm good to go. You see the... Yay! Nice. Mashed potato-y. Okay, so I'm going to add, I think, 3 tablespoons. I'm not measuring by weight this time. It wouldn't really matter anyway because my scale doesn't work, which is part of the problem. So 3. Maybe 2 is good enough. I'm going to stir it up and see. Don't forget your mince. Looks good. It's very liquidy, so it might take a little while to harden again. But that's okay. Yeah, I think I will put another tablespoon of avocado oil. This is unrefined avocado oil, which is what I made the soap out of, the majority of the soap. Hi, cutie. And I'm also going to add some of this aloe vera extract, and it says it's aloe leaf extract and glycerin, so I don't want to add too much because I already added some glycerin into this recipe, so I think just a tablespoon this time should be enough. The next time I'm going to add a little bit more. Alright, so I'm just going to stir this up a bit more, and then wait till it's fully incorporated, and then I will show you when I pour it into the mold. Here we go. Okay, so I'm just going to turn off the burner now and get another oven mitt.
That's one of the ones that I got for you.
Yeah.
I really needed one. I didn't know that you had a hole in one.
Yes, I do. I have holes in my old ones. Okay, so I'm just going to fill up these molds a little bit at a time. Alright, well there's one. It looks kind of like green whipped cream. Kind of pretty, actually. Does it look like green whipped cream? Yeah. So I'm just going to fill the rest of these molds and then I'll show you. I'm just doing the same thing for every single one of them. Filling them up and banging them down. Yeah, and this turned out really nicely. I'm very proud of it. So here we go. Cut off a little piece of saran wrap and put some olive oil, and then put it over top and just spread it out with the fingers and try to smooth it out as much as possible. And then just set it aside and wait. And then I just do that for all of them. Okay, so I'm going to demold these little things. Maya, not so loud. Anyway, I wait a little bit longer because it was so soft. I waited until it's no longer warm to the touch at all before demolding it. We can see, yeah. So I'm hoping that this is going to work. Those are my little ones in the background. Alright. Takes a little bit more effort to pop these out. Maya's a horse. There There we go. Alright. And it is still very soft. It's going to take a while of curing before I can actually use this. My lovely rebatched avocado oil soup with aloe.